Hi y'all, welcome to my very first YouTube channel video, first ever YouTube video and first channel. So there's that. I never thought I'd be here. I never thought I'd be writing a novel, but here I am. And I wanted to share my journey with all of you. And I'm new at this. I didn't go to college for writing. I wasn't an English major. I'm a political science major, okay? I've had a lot of crazy jobs. I've loved everything I've done so far. I just wanted a new hobby and I really wanted to start writing. And when I started writing, I had trouble starting, which is everyone's first complaint. And I didn't know where, what do you do? Do I need to Google it? Do I just start writing? Like, what if I start writing and make a mistake? Just stop. So here are my tips. Because right now, what I want to focus on is where do you start as a new writer? How do you start the writing process? I'm going to be annoying here. Step 1, just start writing. Okay, awesome, Mallory. I knew that. But how do I do it? I know, it's very annoying to keep hearing it, but it's true. You just need to start writing. If you have a story, if you know what you want to write about, but you don't really have the character development, fine. Just start writing. Just bust out your first chapter. And when you write your first chapter, make sure that there's a hook, something that's going to keep your audience engaged. If you can't get them interested in the first chapter, baby, they're not going to be interested in your first book. If you're going to Google anything, Google how to get the writers engaged within the first chapter. And then figure it out and just start writing. I would have to say this was a major challenge for me. And so I would go down rabbit holes on Google. I was doing character development sheets, which is great. You do need those sheets. But for right now, if you can't even get in the habit of putting pen to paper or getting those fingers on, your keyboard, you're never gonna start. So you're just wasting your time I think you should start those after your first or second chapter. Okay, so tip number 2, I would have to say, is find a writing community. I don't mean finding videos online, although it is helpful. You need to find a writer's club in your area. If you can't find a writer's club in your area, please, just settle for virtual. I know having people that you can talk to in person is better, but trust me, it's better than nothing. I've been to only one meeting so far. We meet once a month and I've learned so much. A lot of the information is a little ahead of myself, but I can keep a lot of that knowledge in my back pocket. We had a guest speaker come and speak to us about, the importance of hiring a professional book cover artist. She's a graphic designer. She showed us her work and she kind of went into the pros and cons of publishing versus self-publishing versus, traditional publishing. And so even though it's ahead of myself, it was something I could put in my back pocket for later. It was very useful information. And I shared what I struggled with. They gave me some really good, resources and tips. So please try to find a writing community in your area. Tip number 3, when you start writing, please do not over edit as you write. I struggle with that. I will be honest with you. I had my first chapter. It's a really good chapter. And I probably edited the first chapter 3 or 4 times. And I could have been on chapter 3 by that time. So as tempting as it is, if you absolutely have to and it makes you feel comfortable, what worked for me is I downloaded Grammarly and it would fix like dumb little mistakes like punctuation, grammar, and spelling. And it does it right on the spot. So you don't have to worry about coming back. Out of sight, out of mind, it's fixed. Move on. So that's the biggest tip that I can give you. When you start over editing, you really hinder the writing process. So some of the challenges I have faced. Like I mentioned before, I got some tips from my writing club and I shared that the 2 biggest challenges I'm having right now is finding new descriptive words and character dialogue. And they pointed me in the right direction for a book. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the name of the book. Yes, I bought it. It's still in the mail and I will share that as soon as I get it. I feel like my writing has kind of stalled lately because of those issues. So I cannot wait to get that back so that I can start writing again. I haven't really written in 2 days, but it makes me uncomfortable. So I really want to get back into the groove of things. So I really cannot wait for that to come into the mail. Another thing that I've noticed, I have a ritual before I start writing. So the backdrop you see behind me is actually my in-home office. And as you see, I have my neon sign behind me. I will turn that light on. I'll leave the overhead light off. I'll light a candle and I'll play, music. I'll play like melancholy music, and it really gets me out of my body and it gets me writing. A lot of writers need a writing environment. Don't beat yourself up if, you try to go to your local Starbucks or anywhere and you start writing and it's just not happening. Maybe it's because you just need an environment for you to really flourish as a writer and get the story out. And for me, it's staying home, it's lighting a candle, and it's listening to music. So just remember, tip number 1, just start writing. Number 2, find a writing community. And number 3, try your hardest not to over-edit during the writing process. That is the editor's job. And I guess try to find your own ritual, try to find your own space where you can really just let loose and let the words flow right out of you and onto a piece of paper. I believe in you. I am so proud of you for writing this book. You got this. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment below. If you have any suggestions or comments or maybe things that you yourself are struggling with as a new writer, I would love to hear from you. Thanks again. Bye.